Good morning, children. This is Jaisi Benoy, your SST teacher, and we are going to continue with our lesson number 18, government, our government. Now, in the previous video, we had learned about the levels of our government, how it is divided into three levels, and the organs of our government. And we also saw that the legislature makes the laws for the country, and it is done through the parliament, which is divided into two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Today we are going to look at the state government. How does the state government function? Now, the state government is also divided into two bodies, two parts. Now, this is also a legislative body, and it is divided into two parts similarly to the parliament. And here the houses are called as the Vidhan Sabha, or the legislative assembly, and the Vidhan Parishad, or the legislative council. All right. Now, what is the state government divided into? I mean, the legislative body of the state government. How is it divided? It is divided into two houses, the Vidhan Sabha, or the legislative assembly, and the Vidhan Parishad, or the legislative council. Now, they are similar to the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha and work on a similar manner. Now, in India, all states do not have the Vidhan Parishad. All right, which house do they not have? Vidhan Parishad. So there are only 7 states in our country who have the Vidhan Parishad, and Maharashtra is one of them. Now, the number of MLAs and the MLCs, MLAs and the MLCs also differs from state to state, and it will be dependent on the proportion of the it will be proportionate to the population of the state, to the number of people in a state. It will decide how many MLAs or MLCs you have in your state. Now, in our country, Uttar Pradesh has the largest assembly because it has the highest population. So, which state has the highest number of MLAs? It has the largest legislative assembly, and it is because they have the Uttar Pradesh has the largest legislative assembly because it has the highest population in our country. All right. Now, the state governments are also formed after the results of state election. All right, we have national election, we also have the state election. So after the state election only, the chief minister of the state is elected, is declared, and then the governor is appointing the chief minister. So this is an image of our chief minister of the state of Maharashtra, Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. So, and the chief minister is sworn in by the governor of that particular state. Now, the governor, the chief minister, the other ministers of the state government form the executive at the state level. They are the ones who are to implement the laws made by the Vidhan Parishad and the Vidhan Sabha of their state. All right. Now, how many states in our country have the Vidhan Parishad? Only 7. Okay, we need to remember that not all states in our country have the Vidhan Parishad. All right. Now, local government, we have already studied that it is the panchayat and the district level, and it takes care of the work at the district, at the panchayat and village and the district level. Let's go look at the last topic of our chapter, the judiciary. Now, judiciary is the third organ of our government, and it is the sole authority in our country to deliver justice, and the people are supposed to take their complaints to the courts and look for justice, seek for justice over there. Now, in India, again, like the country, government has 3 levels. Similarly, the courts also are divided at 3 levels. Okay, the 3 levels are the national level, where the Supreme Court is, and the state level, which is the High Court, where you have the High Court working at the state level, and the district level, which is the district court. So you will find the Supreme Court in the national capital of our country, which is in New Delhi. You have the high courts, which you will find usually at the capital of that state. So in Maharashtra, you will find a high court in Mumbai. Similarly, you will find the district courts in every district of your state. So this is the hierarchy or the levels at which the court works. Now, in case of a grievance or a complaint, we have a complaint, then where should we go? We can always approach the court. We can go to the court. There are lawyers over there who will take our court case to the court. The lawyers present our case for us, and the judge hears it, listens to the case, and delivers the judgment. That is how the court works. How does the court work? The lawyers, you go to the lawyers will present the case for you. So they represent your case before the judge hears the case and delivers the judgment. If the people are not happy with the judgment that the judge has given, then they can always go to the higher court, and in such cases the judgment passed by the Supreme Court will prevail. So once you are not happy with the judgment, you can always go to the higher court, but the Supreme Court is the highest level of court, and once you reach there, whatever decision is taken by the Supreme Court, you will have to live with it. So that is the justice system of our country, and that is how the three organs of our country work together to ensure that we citizens benefit the best and our welfare is taken care of. This brings an end to the chapter. We are going to stop here. Please go through the videos again and learn the different levels of the government, about universal adult franchise, the organs of the government, how the central government functions, how the state government functions through the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad. But you have to also remember that all states do not have the Vidhan Parishad. In India, there are only 7 states that have the Vidhan Parishad. And which is the state in our country which has the largest assembly? It is Uttar Pradesh. And why does Uttar Pradesh have the largest assembly? That is because it has the highest population. The state government is headed by the chief minister and the governor. Alright, so that is the state government. And the judiciary system, the Supreme, is again divided into 3 levels: the Supreme Court, the High Court, and the District Court. And depending on your case, you can always go for a higher court if you're not happy with your judgment that the court judge has delivered. So you can always go to the Supreme Court. But once you reach the Supreme Court and the judgment is delivered, that will be the final authority. So Supreme Court is the final authority in all the justice to deliver in justice in our country. So Supreme Court is the final authority in our country to deliver justice. Beyond that, we have no other option. So I hope you have learnt all this. Please go through the videos completely again. This is our last chapter for the unit test portion, first unit test portion. You have a nice day. We'll see you in the next lesson. Bye. Thank you.